guys, it is Elisa here, or the Diamond Stitcher as I go by on YouTube and Instagram. Hello, good morning, or morning for me. Good whatever time of day it is for you. I hope you're doing well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad you are here. I hope you would consider subscribing and sticking around for all things diamond painting. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your continued support. Now, a few things. One, it is, what time is it? 6:30 in the morning on, I think it's a Wednesday. And what am I trying to say? The brightness in this video might be, it might be a little bit dark because I am filming so early. Usually what I do when I film, I use a lot of the natural light to make the videos more brighter. So hopefully it's not too dark, but I had some energy this morning, which is very unusual. And I wanted to work on my Halloween diamond painting, and I thought, why not film a little bit of a whip and chat? Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to film it all in this one session. I haven't been able to diamond paint for a long time. Instead, small sessions. So what I might end up doing with this one, I might stream together a couple kind of, I guess, daily vlog type things. I've been toying with that idea. I just haven't done it yet because there are days I have zero energy to film. So daily vlog is kind of impossible. But I thought I might try it and see if I can string a couple days together, or who knows. Sometimes once you get talking, before you know it, an hour is over. And yeah, now another thing, the camera screen, the screen might wiggle, and that's because I have a different filming arm holding my phone up, and it's attached to this table that I use to diamond paint on the couch. So when I move the table, the phone moves. So hopefully it doesn't bother you too much if you do look at the screen, but this is my setup when I want to diamond paint and film with this arm. It just wiggles a little bit, but I figure no biggie. I think most people usually just look up from time to time and diamond paint along with me as you have me on in the background. So yeah, where to even start? Well, I wanted to show you guys my Bistro Blanks pens. Bistro Blanks is one of our event sponsors. I guess I should say, for those that don't know, or those that are new, I am currently hosting a fall diamond paint along. And basically it's a diamond painting event. It's going to run September 1st to October 31st. The theme is any fall, Halloween, or spooky diamond painting, spooky meaning art by Christopher Lavelle, Enzo Guerrero, etc. And yeah, it's just a diamond paint along. So you diamond paint along with others and share your progress, share your, I guess, meet new people, share your progress, and just have fun. I do have weekly prizes each week. There's 6 to 8 prizes, which is amazing. My event sponsor video went up probably last week. See, I film things when I feel good, so it's not like I have a schedule and I can tell you the dates. It's just, I know this video will go up after the event sponsor video. So the event sponsor video is up. If you haven't watched it, please take a look. I go over all of our event sponsors and what they are offering for prizes, as well as showing you a little bit about their shop. If you have any questions about ordering anything from our sponsors, just drop me a message. I will get back to you. In that video, I also show you the prize packs that I put together, as well as some diamond paintings that have been donated to give away during the event. So if you haven't seen that video, take a look. That'll give you a little sneak peek at what kind of prizes to expect for the event. It is not too late to join, and to join, what you need to do is you need to join my Facebook group, which is called Licensed DP Fans Canada. And no, you do not need to be Canadian to join the group, and you do not need to be Canadian to join the event. The Canadian part of that group is just specific to destashing. So everybody is welcome to post and share and join in fun. The link for that will be in the description box of this video. And yeah, it's not too late to join. I'm not going to do, there is a start form for you to fill out. That's just easy way for me to track who is participating and have all your mailing addresses and such already on hand. So when I draw prize winners, I can quickly ship things out to you guys. But there won't be a finish form. There's not going to be, no finish is required, also not a new start. So if you already started your Halloween diamond painting for another event or it's a carryover from last year, you're welcome to use it. It's going to be weekly prizes. I have put the grand prizes, what initially I was going to use as grand prizes, the Diamond Art Club gift cards. I've just dispersed them throughout the 8 weeks. If you've been around a while, you know my health is tricky, and I found last time it took a lot out of me to deal with grand prize winners and making sure everybody finished what they needed to finish and the requirements and such. So this time I wanted to keep it more simple, because in the fall is usually when I struggle the most because of the cold weather. So I've dispersed them out throughout the week, so no finish is required. It's just weekly posts, all in that, everything, most of it is gonna all be in that Facebook group. I will be posting videos. I plan to post whip parades every Wednesday, which is where I show everybody's whips in a video, and I also draw prize winners for that week and give you a sneak peek at the next week's prizes. I do plan to do that, health permitting, and yeah, otherwise prizes and such, it's a little different if you are a YouTube land person. I know some events are specifically YouTube. I like my little Facebook group. That's kind of where I started and where I'm comfortable. So right now that's what I'm doing. So yeah, hop on board there if you want to join our event or just join a really awesome community. We strive to keep that group nice and safe and positive. Yeah, I'm very proud of that little group. Anyways, what was I starting to say? I wanted to show you my Bistro Blanks pens because they are a sponsor for the event. They are offering a Jack and Sally prize pen. I don't have it on hand, otherwise I would show it to you in this video, but you can see it in that event sponsor video. But I want to show you the Bistro pens I have. Now, I have owned a lot of Bistro pens. I don't have them all anymore. I tend to, once in a while, go through my stash of accessories and put things aside for event giveaways or de-stash, right? Like everybody else. So these are the 2 Bistro pens I have on hand here. And I wanted to show them to you. This one is a little mini pen, and it's got a little cat in the middle with some diamond inclusions on the ends. This is a mini size pen. What I actually use this kind of pen for, I usually put, this is the DAC 3-placer, and I put a hard wax in there. Right now there is wax from Dream Wax Studio, which is another sponsor of our event. I really like using her wax for ABs because if you know, ABs tend to pull out pink wax or putty gets stuck to them, etc. So I like using a hard wax, and I got glue dots in this tip here. So that's one of my Bistro pens. And the other one is this one, which I picked up last Halloween, I think. I call her the Skull Lady, and this was a custom. I saw she dropped a similar pen and I wanted one, so I reached out to her and she made me one. This again is a smaller size. It is bigger than the other one, but it is a smaller height. I like smaller pens. I don't know if this is like 4 inches or 3 inches, but that's typically the height that I like working with. It is a bit of a thicker pen. It did take a little bit of getting used to, but it's actually really comfortable. With these thicker pens, I find I don't need to grip it as hard. It kind of just sits in my hand, so it's really comfy. But I pulled these out because they are 1, Bistro pens, and 2, they are my most Halloween-y, well, at least this one is, pen. So I pulled that out. And then I also grabbed this tray to work with this morning. This is a new tray from Shiny Shaza. Again, she is another event sponsor. It's not Halloween-y colors, but it's big, and that's what I wanted because this kit I'm working on has a lot of areas where I can multi-place. So I grabbed this tray. She makes beautiful resin trays, all sorts of colors. Sometimes she does custom orders as well. They do ship from the UK, and shipping to Canada is very reasonable. It's about $7 or so, give or take. Yeah, I'm amassing quite a collection of her trays. They're just really pretty, and they're just different than typical 3D printed trays. They just add a little extra sparkle to your diamond painting session. Let me see, zoom in a bit. It's either zoom in all the way or too far out. Again, I'm really sorry for the wiggly camera, but that's just what we're dealing with this morning. Anyways, I did pour some diamonds out so I could diamond paint while I'm chatting here. Where did I leave off with the last Wip and Chat? I can't quite remember, and I didn't think to go back and look what kind of was the last day that I landed on. I think I had just had a procedure for my right side of my neck, and I was waiting on a procedure for my left side of my neck. I did have that procedure done, and what they did was they actually burned the nerves on 3 different levels in my neck on both sides, a week apart. So it was Monday the 28th is when I had my left side done, and I have been struggling. I anticipated struggling because of the, that's my bad side. Sorry, I noticed that the autofocus is on too. I'm just gonna leave it. So when I kind of bring my pen to my canvas, it gets a bit blurry. But when I pull back, it's okay. Anyways, yeah, I anticipated that I would probably be in a flare-up. Again, if you've heard me use that term, flare-up refers to a temporary worsening of chronic symptoms. For me, they can be quite intense because in a normal state, my pain levels are about a 6 out of 10, 10 being the worst pain. So when I have a flare-up, it kind of shoots me way up there. I don't have much wiggle room between my kind of resting pain and my... I really don't like how much this camera is wiggling. I wonder if I could... No, I can't. I'll figure out something better next time. It's a little hard when you diamond paint on a couch to finagle a filming arm or a filming tripod. It's just a little bit awkward, so bear with me here. So yeah, I expected a flare-up, but this one has lasted quite a long time. Tuesday, so I had the procedure on Monday, and then the Tuesday I felt okay, actually. I was a little bit tender from it. I mean, they literally take cautery and burn the nerves in your neck, so it was sore, a little bit bruised, but it wasn't super bad. And then the Wednesday I did way too much, and I think that just threw me into a bigger flare than I probably would have had if I just rested. But of course I didn't, because I was feeling kind of good and I was excited at the possibility of being a little less pain for a year, the next year. These procedures are supposed to last a year. They never last that long in me though. I think the very first time I had that procedure done, I had relief for a good 8 months, and then it slowly started coming back. The second time I had it done, relief was only about 6 months, and it started coming back, and I was hoping that was because I still needed a surgery. So the surgery I needed was in the front of my neck, so it's all connected, right? Everything connects to each other in some way. So I was hoping once I had that final surgery that my neck would calm down. Fingers crossed it does. I've now had all the surgeries that we've so far planned, and now I'm in the process of just getting all of these procedures on a regular schedule to help keep me functioning. So that's kind of what we are doing right now. You may hear me pause a lot or take a deep breath. I have been a really short of breath as well the past week. I don't know. I think it's a combination of the neck procedure, the fact that my diaphragm is still paralyzed, and the fact that we've got cold weather rolling in. So when the cold weather comes in, it actually changes the atmosphere pressure, and it affects my body big time. And everything is angry when it's cold. So it's a combination of things, I think. As you probably couldn't see, but that tray emptied out really nicely. Shiny Shaza has a few different kinds and shapes of trays. This is the first time I've used this one. I wanted it because it's long, so I could do big multi-placing pieces without having to fill up my tray so much. also going to take a sip of water here. Let me know how the audio sounds in this video as well. I've been being lazy and not putting my mic on most often because it's in the other room and I don't want to wake my husband up to get it. But I'm very soft-spoken, and I find when I just film using the phone microphone, it's a lot louder than when I use the mic. The mic actually makes me sound a lot quieter. That being said, depending on the day, my voice may sound a little more hoarse or scratchy, and that's because during one of my surgeries, they did a procedure where they, I don't know how to explain it so that it makes sense, but part of the procedure, in part of the surgery, they cut us or tried to deactivate I guess like the sympathetic nervous system bundle. I don't know how to explain it non-medically, but a side effect is that can be a hoarse voice, and I noticed that especially if I'm very tired, it can be a little bit worse. So don't judge me on that. That I cannot fix. That's just my voice now. But yeah, I tend to be very soft-spoken, so I sometimes try to increase the volume of the audio so that you guys can actually hear me. So I hope it's been sounding okay. I'm trying to remember if my last Wip and Chat I used a mic. I don't think so. I can't remember. But yeah, let me know. I know somebody commented a couple weeks ago finding a couple of the videos hard, and that could have been why. It was because I was trying to make it so that I wasn't so soft-spoken. So I'm not a professional video editor at all. I've only learned because of this journey. So yeah, just let me know. Oh, just talking here, I'm getting short of breath. Let me see. So I had that, and then I had to follow up with my nurse practitioner the next day. But yeah, as I said, the Wednesday after the procedure, I did way too much. So because I'm hosting this fall diamond painting event, I wanted to get all of the prizes and everything packaged ahead of time. I did that in my last event, and it was really easy when I got to the week and the prizes. All I had to do was pop a shipping label on the package. So it was a lot easier than having to pack up everything each week. And the Wednesday when I woke up, I felt really good. So I thought it's a perfect day to do that. I didn't think to ask my mom to come over to help. She's always willing to help. I honestly didn't even think of it. But I should have, because it didn't take very long for me to feel so much strain on my body. And I think that pushed me into a flare-up. And from Wednesday until, it's been a week. So Wednesday until about Sunday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So about five to 6 days, I basically did nothing. I didn't even have energy to diamond paint. This is the first time I've put some diamonds down in 6 days. And yeah, it's been really hard. I just been kind of lying under the blankets, watching TV and napping. Just waiting for it to go away. But I did manage to get all of our prizes sorted. I like making prize packs that include usually a diamond painting tray, a pen, putty or wax, washi tape, and cover minders. Just kind of like a little accessory pack. I like doing that. Usually I use products that I've bought and either have never used or used very, very lightly, and I put them aside. I used to just do random giveaways in my Facebook group with that kind of stuff, but now that I have a channel, and now that I do events, I save those things for events. So I was able to organize all that and get everything put away. I also had donations from other people that were left over from the summer diamond paint along that I was able to use for those prize packs. And actually, if you watch the event sponsor video, you'll see kind of all the goodies in there, including a wonderful group member offered and sent me brand new. There's 4 of them, and it's a set of pumpkin spice latte mix with a milk frother. I thought that was a really neat idea. She sent me those that I ended up putting in with some of the prize packs just to save on shipping instead of shipping them out separately. I thought it would be nice to put them in some of the prize packs, so that's what I did. So everything is ready to go, but yeah, it did set me back 5 or 6 days, and I'm finding I can't see how long I've been talking because my filming arm is covering the camera, but I know I haven't been here long and I'm already feeling exhausted. So yeah, it just takes a lot out of me, and it makes me so frustrated. I've been really frustrated the last few days because I used to be a go person. I mean, I worked more than full-time hours. I pulled back-to-back 16-hour shifts in the emergency room as a nurse, and I was somebody who never could stay home and never sit still. I always had to be on the go doing something. It took about 2 years, the first 2 years of my journey with my injury and all my crappy health that followed, to learn to be okay with not doing anything, to just being home and just existing. It took a really long time for me to get used to that. So I still, in my kind of bones, I like to be go. So when my health makes me sit and I can't even diamond paint, cross stitch, or even really watch something meaningful on TV, like I just don't have the attention span or the energy to devote to that, I get really I get upset, I get angry. I'm only human, and you can only be positive for so long. You're gonna have your bad days where you're angry at the world, or angry at yourself, angry at doctors who misdiagnosed you or delayed treatment, all that kind of stuff. And I find I let myself have those days. I try not to beat myself up too much. On those kind of days, I just kind of exist. I just sit in those feelings. It's okay for me to feel that way, and I find I just need a day of just complete rest, and usually the next day I wake up fine. But the other thing that's been affecting me is knowing the fall weather is coming. We had our first kind of 2 days of rain that I can recall. Over the last few months, we haven't had any rain. So the cold weather is coming in. Yesterday it was cold outside. Even though the sun was finally shining again, I was cold. It felt like winter in the air. And it just brings a lot of anxiety because I don't do so well in the cold weather. One of my conditions, actually POTS, it does good in the cold. I'm better in the cold. But everything else, it doesn't like the cold. If it's going to rain, I usually can tell you 2 days before without looking at the forecast, because I can just feel it. I wake up and I just feel the coldness coming in my bones. I can feel, I've mentioned before about the barometric pressure in the atmosphere changing. I can feel that inside my body. And most often, within 2 days, we get rain. So I joke with my husband that I could be a weather woman, and I wouldn't even need any fancy programs. I just need to wake up, open my eyes, and I'll tell you what it's going to do. But yeah, the cold weather is hard for me. So I've been finding myself really anxious about that, because that's something that I can't change, right? It is what it is. I just have to deal with it. It's something that's not in my control. That's probably the other thing. When you're sick, there's so much that's not in your control. It can feel very I don't know the word I'm looking for, but you can feel very much like a victim. Like, who's out to get me? Why am I being punished? Yada, yada, yada. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. There, that happens sometimes too with the brain fog. Just gonna take a sip of water. I'm just looking at my little notebook. I decided to get a little notebook, like a planner type thing, to jot down little notes, because by the time that I sit down to film one of these, I can forget what's happened over the last week, especially when I'm unable to film one for a couple of weeks. I totally forget what's happened, and I'm gonna forget this if I don't mention it. A few weeks ago, actually, I finally caved to my husband's request for wanting a new car. He has a Honda Civic that I think is like a 2015. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's paid for. And the plan he had said when he bought the car is he was going to drive it till it kind of didn't work anymore, you know. Once it's paid off, we would go without car payments for a while. It didn't last that long before, well, maybe a year or two, before he started saying he wanted a new car. And that kind of started after I got my car. In 2021, I got a Hyundai Kona because it was one of the, like, his Honda, when he got it, it was 2015, and in 2016 is when they came out with like the smart consoles and the smart screens in the car and Apple CarPlay and wireless charging, all that fancy stuff. And his car doesn't have any of that, so when he drives my car, he loves it, especially the maps and navigation system. But he won't drive my car. He just, you know, it's paid for. It's brand spanking new. I rarely drive it now because I can't. It's kind of sitting there. I use it maybe once or twice a month. But over the past 3 months, I've not driven at all, I don't think. The past 2 months, this summer, I haven't driven at all. And I don't know why, he just doesn't, he says it's a man thing. I need my own car. I just don't get it. Better financial decision is to drive the freaking car that's fully loaded, that is paid for. It's not like it's an ugly car. It's not like it's a woman car. It looks like it's like a little mini SUV. It's black, so, you know, it's not like an ugly color. You know, anyway, he would not stop going on about getting a new car. So he really wanted, he doesn't like the new Hondas that are out. His family is like a Honda family or Acura family. So he's always had a Honda. So this time he wanted to try Mazda. I've owned a Mazda before. I really like the little car too. We were talking about going down to one car again because I really don't drive, but I'm still holding on to the possibility that I might regain enough function back that I could hold some sort of part-time gig. You know, go back to work. It won't be anytime soon, but I don't really want to get rid of the car that's fully paid for, that's basically brand new. It would just, I think, be a dumb decision. So we decided to keep my car and just trade his car in and get a little Mazda. He wanted a Mazda 3 Sport, I think they're called. They're the hatchback Mazda, and it's kind of his first car that he wasn't pressured to buy. His last Honda he had to buy because his previous car broke down and he didn't have a car and he needed to get to work. And at the time, I don't think I had a car either. I think we had gone down to one car because we were living in the city and it's really expensive to live in the city. But anyways, so we wanted to get, like, I think there were 4 models. Like, you know, they have the A, B, C, D, and each level has more features. I think he got like the C level one I let him get because it just had a few extra perks he really wanted. And then he really wanted, it comes with these like dark gray metallic rims that actually look really nice, but he had it in his head that he wants black. So I let him get the black ones. I said that was his I said the car was his birthday and Christmas present this year, and the rims and new snow tires were going to be next year's birthday and Christmas gift. So yeah, so he's really excited. They don't have any in stock, of course. I think there's still, although I think it's improving, the chip shortage for the cars because of the you-know-what. So they do have to order it in. They said it could take 1 to 3 months. I'm not really sure if that's accurate. I thought it would take a lot longer, but yeah, we've signed kind of the paperwork, put the deposit down. The deposit was only $500 just to hold the car, which I thought wasn't bad. And then, yeah, we just wait for the phone call. So he's excited for that. I still kind of think it was not the most responsible financial decision, but just because I'm not working right now, and you know, the less bills you have, the better, right? But he wants it. He thinks he deserves it because of all we've been through the last few years with my injury and my health. He's been put through a lot, you know. If you yourself are a caregiver of somebody who's sick, you know how hard it is. You know, caregiver burnout is real, and he's been through it in different phases throughout my sickness. But generally now we are on a good path, and we found, you know, what it takes is like you have to find your stride, you know. Early on there was a lot around the house that I couldn't do anymore, so he not only had to work full-time, he also has a son that we see part-time, and then he would have to do all the cooking, cleaning, laundry, everything, all the house stuff he had to do, and dog walking for a period of time. So I did nothing but feed the animals in the morning, right? You know, we kind of do a give and take, and he takes on the stuff that is, God, I'm having trouble finding words this morning. The stuff that are, what's the word I'm looking for? Like triggers to my arm and making my symptoms worse. So I try to avoid that. And yeah, we found our little happy medium, I think, lately. And I've been able to, since the last surgery, my right arm is now more functional again. So I've been able to do a little bit. I'm still very, very, very limited. And there are days and weeks that I'm basically an invalid. But, and on those days, all he really wants is for me to walk the dog, because that's when he is working like a almost 12-hour day and then has to come home and walk the dog. It's just exhausting. So that's why I have my little power wheelchair, which also actually I just recently upgraded. My dad, he has severe COPD. I would say it's probably considered end-stage COPD. I think his last lung function tests were like 20% lung capacity, but he's been like that for a long time. I think his body, as a kid, he had really bad asthma and bronchitis and always hospitalized, so his body has learned how to compensate very well. But, you know, he needs oxygen almost all the time now, but he's very, very stubborn, and he always just, you know, wants to do more than he should. So what I did was I decided to upgrade my little wheelchair because I needed something that actually reclined back a bit. There are days when I can't sit up straight. It's just too uncomfortable, and even just on a walk around the block, it was becoming too much for me. So I needed to upgrade, so I did, and I gave him the other one. The other one, there was nothing wrong with it. It's just it's the kind of, I guess, base model, and now I have the pro model. So he has it now, and trying to get him to use it to go to, like, there's a lake near them that he used to like going to, but he can't walk now without being in distress. So I'm hoping he uses it, and it's given me a lot of freedom, even though, you know, I can walk short distances. Long distances is just really hard for me. And, you know, by the time I need to take the dog out, I am so exhausted and weak and in so much pain, and I get so much spasms in my neck and my arm that it can actually make me feel like passing out. So I like hopping in the chair and just enjoying my walk. Now I'm gonna have to move this for a second. Hold on. 44. I'm trying to find my color. So yeah, it's been a lifesaver for me. I can hop over to the grocery store if we just need a few small things, or the pet store if we run out of food, etc. So it's been a blessing. It's been an aid that has really helped improve my quality of life, because there was a period of time that, like I said, I couldn't walk the dog anymore, so I wasn't getting outside at all, and that was really, really hard mentally. I mean, so I enjoy going out in that and just taking a few deep breaths of that fresh air and sitting in the sun. My dog, she's a sniffer. She's not a walker. So when she walks, she stops every 2 seconds to sniff and to pee, even if she has no pee left. And the constant stopping would just make me so irritable, especially because I have the heart problem. So if I'm standing in one place too long, I get... I can pass out, so I have to keep moving, and she's not one to keep moving. So it's just better for both of us. Her walks are a lot less, like I'm a lot less grumpy, so she can enjoy her walk and I can enjoy it as well. So it's really been a lifesaver. I urge everybody, if you have some sort of disability or limitation and you need some sort of aid, whether that's a wheelchair, a walker, a cane, anything, give it a go, give it a try. Don't be ashamed. I mean, I'm in my early 30s, and you know, I do get a lot of sympathy looks from people, but I don't care. You know, it's about improving my life, improving my quality of life, improving my function, and I really don't care what other people think. And I know some people just don't have that mindset. Like, it really, like with my dad, for example, he didn't want to be seen in a wheelchair, right? It's just two very different viewpoints. I view it as a necessary part of my day that improves my quality of life, right? Whereas he views it something different. So yeah, if you have some sort of difficulties and you need something, don't be ashamed. You know, I think a lot of people, you know, if you think people are looking at you, for example, like I don't even notice, to be honest, I don't care. I'm somebody who's never really cared about that kind of stuff. Because when you go home or you leave, you're never going to see that person again anyway, so what does it matter, right? But yeah, don't be ashamed. You know, if something's going to improve your quality of life, just do it. Just do it. Because it has greatly improved my quality of life. So yeah, I got a new one. It's a little bit fancier. It's kind of like a sportier model. The suspension is a little, like, it actually rides a lot nicer too. It's not as bumpy. Whoops. It's not as bumpy. So it's been a nice little upgrade. Last year I decided to start going to a local church of mine. If you deal with any kind of chronic illness, especially as a young person, it can be very hard to accept it and to not feel like, even if you don't believe in a God, to feel like, why is God punishing me? You know, that is just a very common thought that I see in the chronic illness community kind of thing. And it's not a specific God, just whoever, you know, you believe or don't believe in. It's just the general notion, like, what did I do in my young life to deserve this kind of thing? So I started going to a local church. I met a few really nice women, and that's another reason I wanted the upgraded wheelchair, because I was finding it very difficult to sit there and for an hour or so, and it was just very uncomfortable. So I stopped going, and it's been a little isolating because I really don't go out. Friends that I used to have, I don't have anymore. Basically, you guys online are my community. I don't have really anyone anymore, because, you know, when you're sick, you know, you end up saying no to everything, and eventually people just move on with their busy lives and kind of forget about you, which it's just the way of things, right? And I think that's why a lot of us with chronic problems rely on the online community, because we are kind of removed from real life in a way. I missed a little % sign there. Just thinking how I can, I'll have to take it out again. So yeah, I wanted to be able to roll over there a little bit more comfortably and stay there. Specifically for the women's group, there's a women's group that meets every Wednesday. It's just like a social gathering. It's just something nice, give me something to look forward to, because right now I'm not well enough to work, so I spend all my day home and I wake up really early, and it can make the day very long and boring, especially days where I can't diamond paint or cross stitch or, you know, do something that distracts me. Those days can be very hard. So last year when I started going to this women's group, it just brightened my week. It was something I look forward to every week. And yeah, I met some really nice older ladies there. And so I hope to do that again. It starts up again this month. Yeah, exciting to see, because last year I kind of joined at the end of the year. So excited to kind of see what this year brings. What else do I have to talk about? Oh yeah, September 1st, so that's when our fall event started. People are continuing to join the event, which is awesome. I think daily, I don't know how many new people we have come into the Facebook group every day, but I know it's been a lot. And thank you all if you're new. Thank you for coming on board and joining. We have a great little group over on Facebook. Again, do not need to be Canadian to be part of it. That's just what we called it when it first started, because it started as a destashing group. But it's a great community for everybody, no matter where you live in the world. Everybody is included as best as we can. Yeah, that's why I like that little group. But yeah, the fall event started on the 1st. I think almost everybody, if you haven't posted your start photo, make sure you do. The thread is pinned in the featured section, and there's an image there that says start photo, so it's pretty easy to find. Make sure you read the message on that post as well, because at the bottom there's a link to fill out the Google form. Google form is just an easy way for event hosts to manage the event, to check. For example, when we do prizes, I pull the winners, but then I go back and make sure that they signed up for the event, because I don't want somebody sneaking in, taking a prize if they didn't even sign up for the event, you know, kind of, what do you call that? Kind of like dine and dash. So I do check all the winners with that master list. I'm not sure if I'm gonna close it. Last year I kind of closed registration for halfway through the first month, because I did have a grand prize, and I wanted to make sure people, you know, who were winning were people who had been there from the beginning. But this time I think I'm just gonna play it by ear and see how it goes. But yeah, not too late to join that. Then on the Saturday, the 2nd, is when I finally kitted this painting up. I thought I kitted it up a lot later than that, but I guess on the 2nd I kitted up. I was really sad I didn't have it kit up for the 1st, but you know, when your health is bad, you just gotta go day by day. So I finally got it kit up, and I could only, at the beginning of this Wip and Chat, that's the only diamonds I could place that day. I was in so much discomfort. So I'm happy that I've finished this little section now. I guess I never told you guys what diamond painting I'm working on. I am working on, and I wish I had my little book here to show you. It's that painting Off to Grandma's House We Go. I will post a picture on the screen of it. It's a diamond painting that I've always wanted to, well, I've had it for quite a while. Can't remember when DAC came out with it. I don't know if it was a last year's release or was it a this year's release. I really don't remember, but I've held on to it for this event because I just love the colors in it. It screams very much fall theme, so I just love the colors. So happy to be working on this. I hope I can finish it off in 2 months. I don't see why not, except that I've been lately having these spells that I just do not have the strength to diamond paint. My arm is just too weak, or my neck is too sore that I just can't lean over a canvas like this. So hopefully I can do a little bit each day. That's always my goal, is to diamond paint a little bit each day, even if it's only 15 or 20 minutes. A little bit is better than nothing, because you also get the benefit of the diamond painting, which helps reduce stress, anxiety, depression, and all of the above, right? So if you're somebody like that who has days where you just struggle and you just lie in bed and you don't want to do anything, you just have no energy, I urge you to at least try to diamond paint for 15-20 minutes, because I know for me, it always makes me feel better. Then of course, there's a lot of days here where I've written, you know, I'm just in so much pain, and my breathing has been really hard. I don't know if I mentioned that this past week. I'm just very, very short of breath. I think I mentioned it in my last Wip and Chat. It is confirmed my right diaphragm is still fully paralyzed, so I only have, yeah, I did mention it last time. So in case you didn't watch that, I had a surgery, and one of the complications was on the right side, my diaphragm is paralyzed, so my lung capacity on that side is cut in half. So I do get very short of breath. Luckily, my oxygen levels have been above 90, which is good. But if I do anything exertional, they do drop. So it is a bit concerning. I did have a follow-up with my surgeon actually on September 1st as well. I forgot to mention. I'm really happy. He's going to look into a few things. He's going to repeat imaging of my neck to make sure there's nothing going on in my spine again, because I do have a history of herniations that compress my spinal cord, and I've been feeling a lot of pressure in my neck and just a lot of pain and discomfort and shortness of breath. So he wants to make sure. Also, my central apnea has gotten worse since surgery, so we just want to see if we can find causes for things, and then we can better treat it, right? But I finished my little section here. I think that's it for this little update. It's sunny again here. The leaves are starting to change color. It was just like, as soon as September 1st hit, I noticed the trees. Some of our trees in our neighborhood are going orange and red, beautiful colors, and the leaves are already falling off the trees. So fall is here. And yesterday I could tell the coldness in the air, the cold winter is coming. I was saying to my husband, it feels like we skipped fall and went right into winter yesterday. But my temperature regulation is also broken in my body, so I could be in toque and gloves while everybody else is sweating in a shirt and shorts. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're getting some work done on your whips. I'm gonna try and have this video up next Monday. I'm trying to think. I'm filming this on the Wednesday where the event sponsor video went live, and then on Friday I'm gonna have an unboxing, which you would have already seen. It's not a Halloween unboxing, but it's just one that I've had in my queue. I thought I would share. And then I'm hoping this will go up the Monday, and then the Wednesday we'll have our first whip parade video for the event, which is really cool. If you didn't participate in my last event, you get to see what that's all about. People really enjoyed it in the last event, so I'll do it and see what the response is. It is a little bit of work, but it's not too bad, especially if people enjoy watching. What I do is I copy everybody's whips that they post on the progress post and put them into a video with some music. That way you can sit back and see all the different art people are working on and the progress they're making. And I also announced the previous week's winners in that video as well. I also have been ordering yesterday actually from quite a few different shops that I've not tried diamond paintings from yet. Some of their Halloween images, I thought if they do get here in time, would be nice to unbox them during the event. I don't know why I didn't think about that last month to order a bunch of Halloween kind of kits. I did mean to unbox this Halloween kit on my channel, but I just wanted to kit it up and start it so bad. What I might actually do is film an unboxing, or not an unboxing, but kind of a review of the kit and what I don't know. I might post something related to this kit, even though I already started on it. just for some Halloween content. But I've ordered, Paint Gem came out with a Halloween or autumn little mini kit I ordered, and then I've ordered something from Carrot Art, Diamond Dot Artistry. Or Aloha came out with a really cute Halloween print. What else did I order? There might be another. I was just browsing yesterday because I still wasn't feeling 100% online, and that's dangerous because I usually end up buying things. If it's not from small shops, it's from diamond painting shops I haven't tried. So I'm excited to get those things. And oh, the one with the diamond art, I think I ordered a small cute little dragon image from there as well. I think. I'm awful at keeping track. Anyways, that's it for this little update. If this video isn't, I can't see. Well, maybe let me try and move the camera a bit. Oh yeah, we're at an hour already. So I'm going to leave this one at that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you join the tribe. Join over on the Facebook as well, where we continue on with you know, everything community and support each other over there. Yeah, don't forget to leave a comment too. Let me know how you're doing, what you're working on, if you got some progress done. Have you bought anything from some of our event sponsors already? I know we have a couple sponsors that have Halloween kind of products offered in their shop, and I purchased some Halloween release papers I can't wait to see and try out on this painting. And fun things. So don't forget to check out our sponsors and show them some love during the event as well. Also, this little washi tape here I actually got from Amazon. I typed in Halloween washi tape, and it's actually sticking pretty darn good. Now, I only put washi tape on this horizontal line, and then I put release papers down. So, I mean, I can't confirm if you were to actually grid it with this, if it would lift and cause problems, but just laying here, it's actually sticking pretty nicely. Oh, and did I show you guys this? I don't know if I showed you this. This is my little, is it even on screen? I can't see. There she is. This is my little clay minder. So I have a few of these. Actually, I think in every prize pack I put together, I put one of these clay minders, not this specific one, but other ones. I love buying these. I buy the clays from a small shop in the community, and I turn them into cover minders because I think they're just so cute. And this one, I just loved the colors. I just thought it was so cute with the little black cat, so I kept this one. But you'll see some of these clay minders in the prize packs as well. Anyways, that's it. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and happy diamond painting. Till the next video. Bye.